I believe that the health insurance at a 9 to 5 is a scam. It's a third-party company. Now, I didn't say outside your 9 to 5 health insurance is a scam. I said in your 9 to 5. Because I'm going to give you my experience on this. Watch this whole video. So, I got on a 9 to 5 for a long time. And I noticed that every time I got a wage increase, my insurance increased. And I noticed that, and this is how they trick you. They trick you like this. They put you, they should be able to pay for your your health if you get hurt. I say you're hurt. Excuse that. They should be able to pay for that. That's why they got an LLC, LLP, not sole proprietor, but they got all those LLs under them. An LLC is if you come sue them, you'll sue the LLC, not them. They got all of that. So why not pay if you get hurt in their business? Why not? But they make you pay for it with the third party, because the third party comes in, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section or if I'm right. I want to hear your opinions. If I'm wrong, explain how I'm wrong. Because they want to see you pay for a third party come in and say, hey, we can provide health insurance for your employees for this amount. And they say, okay, well, why don't you give that amount to the employees and let them pay for that amount? Boom. Now they come in making money off your employees as a business partner, as a third party. And then when I had health insurance at my job, every time I got a 50, and there was terrible raises that I got a 50 cent a dollar raise, right? And then the insurance went up $100. So that's minus the dollar that I paid just to get it. Everybody, hey, you get your raise. I'm like, did you get your raise on your insurance too? Come on, man. Use your mind, guys. We got to use discernment. God created us a craft up here, in a craft in these hands, to grow, to be a millionaire, to be wealthy, to be financially free. He gave us the same gifts that man that owns a business that you work for. He gave them the same gifts that lives on the inside of you. You just got to spark it. You got to craft it. So my point is, back to the 9 to 5 health insurance. I noticed that every year I got a raise, my insurance raised. So when I added it all up, it came out the same. And my insurance went up. My tax went up because I'm in a higher tax bracket. And I calculated. I said, okay, I'm making $24 an hour minus my insurance pay, minus my benefits, my 401k coming out, minus my life insurance coming out, minus my vision, dental, disability coming out, right? That equaled all the way down to where I was only making $14 an hour. And I calculated it. Guys, I'm not a mathematician. I barely graduated in math. I was sucked in math. But when it comes to your money, you got to add up those numbers. You're going to be the best mathematician ever if it comes to your money. And so I started calculating it. And told my wife, I said, look. And she said, okay. She put on her glasses, reading glasses, looked and say, wow, what is this $14 an hour from? I said, that's how much I'm making. And I've been on this job for 10 years or 9 years or whatever when I discovered it. 10 years. My 10th year, I discovered a lot of bull crap. My first 10 years. And it's sad it took me 10 years because I was trapped. I was trapped into, okay, I'm going to grow up the career ladder. And after that, I'm going to work regular. Because I was working crazy hours. I was working 60, 70 hours a week almost. 60 hours, the most, 55, 60 hours. There wasn't no such thing as 40 hours in my 9 to 5. I don't know if it's in yours, but in mine, if you did 40 hours, what? You did, what? What's 40 hours? They're going to laugh and say, what is 40 hours? So, when I looked and I did the math, I thought that I was going to go up the career ladder and only work 40 hours, making 80, 90,000 a year. That was my goal, up the career ladder. But they blocked that. They don't care how long you've been here. Next thing you know, somebody from the streets gets that position. Or somebody that's a goody two-shoes, even a goody two-shoes at your job don't get that position. They the ones that get upset. Man, I applied for that position. That's messed up, man. I applied. And they gave it to some fool off the... Yeah, that's how they are. So, I said this. I've been on my job for that 10 years. I never got... Okay, I got sick, a headache, a cold, because every year you get a little cold. You take off a day or two. Okay, God bless those who are sick, and that's what happens. Then you go back to work like normal. Thank God I never had to use my health insurance. Never there at my 10 years. And I said to myself, I calculated how much health insurance I was paying for 10 years. Dude, I paid well over 100 grand. I'm like, that 100 grand could have been in my pocket. I could have used that 100 grand to invest into the stock market, invest in the dividends, or even pay off some bills. Sorry about the transition, guys. I'm in my work truck going to my job site. Like I said, I own a business, so I left my wife's car getting into my car because I left the gym. Now I'm going to go check on a job site so I can give the contractor an estimate. But back to what I was saying, guys. Sorry I got off track. So, like I said, I could have used that money for something else. I could have paid off a car note or something. I believe that the health insurance that works with bigger companies like your 9-to-5, I believe they should give you some kind of incentive. Let's say every year you don't get sick, right? They should give you 75% of your money back. Or when you get ready to leave, they should give you about 75% of your money back when you leave the job. Because what happens now, after you leave that 9-to-5, they got your money. And they gone. You quit. You retired. You put in your 2-week notice. You got fired. You're done. So they took that money and they got it from you. And what's going to happen is when somebody take your spot as an employee, they're going to do the same thing. And that's why I believe that it's a scam. I believe that they just taking your money and getting rich off of it, which is unfair, especially if you don't get sick. What if you worked the whole 20 years and you never gotten sick? Of course, your sickness like your yearly round sickness, but actual got to where you had to use it. Okay, some people had to use it. And that's why I preach on health is wealth. You got to stay healthy. When I was at my 9-to-5, I was unhealthy. I was sleeping crazy hours. I didn't get 8 hours of sleep. If you got 8 hours of sleep at my 9-to-5, they're going to be like, what is that? That's like a heaven. That's like you're in heaven. If you get 8 hours of sleep, I didn't get that. I was unhealthy. And then after I said, man, enough is enough. I'm putting my foot down. I started working on my mental health, and I started working on my spiritual health, as well as my physical health. I was working on all three of those every day. I was steady on my break time. I'll listen to a podcast or somebody that say, hey, this is how you create wealth. Or a pastor that's saying, hey, walk in faith, not by sight. Or some guru would say, hey, while you're at the job, do 25 push-ups. I was doing all of that. I was capitalizing on it until I built enough confidence to actually walk out on faith and do it. After I did that, I never looked back. It changed my life. I'm a lot better. I'm happier. I'm able to go to the gym. I'm able to go to job sites and put my guys on the job sites without me having to work it. Of course, I'm going to have to get out there when our landscaping peak season goes up. I'm going to have to get out there and do a little work, which is okay. But this year is going to be my last year of me getting out there. I'm going to be working on my business instead of in my business. That's the new thing I've been watching on a podcast. And then I'm also going to be a part-time investor in stocks and dividends, what I'm doing now, and trading. I'm going to be able to do that. And whatever takes over. Now, if my trading takes over my company that I run, I'm going to still be the head on top and just run my company. And if I want to sell my company, I can. I'll be able to do that. Right now, I can sell my company. My company is worth over $300,000 if I was to sell it now. But I'm not. I'm going to grow that sucker up to 2 and 3 million before I ever think about doing something else. Because I'm learning. I'm diversifying. And you can too. So I believe a 9-to-5 health insurance It's rigged, dude. Just watch it. Just take these in consideration. Watch it. At the end of the year, or when that health insurance come around to raise up the rates, calculate that stuff. You're going to be like, man, they gave me a raise, and then the health insurance raised up. I'm not making nothing. Some people even, so I got a friend, my old friend that worked at my first 9 to 5, he's still there. He's on 30 years right now. Bro is like in there. And he said he don't even do health insurance. He said all that money comes to me. I'm able to pay all kinds of stuff off. Which he's right. He's right. He's smart. He said my wife is on her health insurance at her job, and she put me on it as a family health insurance, so I don't have to use health insurance on mine. And I asked him, I said, why you on health insurance with your wife when she can save money? He said, because I make 3 times more than my wife, so I might as well capitalize on all of that and put it into our bank account. And her little job that she makes little money from, she could just use all the benefits to cover the whole family. Smart. I was like, that's smart. Some of y'all might be doing that now. If you is doing it, comment in the comment section. But I hope this video helped you guys to understand there is a plan B for you to start a business and get out that 9 to 5. Thank you and God bless.